Okay guys, so we just got a bucket of hickory bark. This is a shagbark hickory tree. Peel it right off the tree, it doesn't harm the tree. And we're gonna use that for smoking our venison. Hey guys, Jeff here. We are getting into it. We're gonna start making some bologna. So putting this together, one thing I like to do is there's that washer inside there. You're gonna want to put a little bit of gun oil in there, and that'll just give it enough lubrication to do its thing, right? All right, the next thing we're gonna do after we remove that is we're gonna try to sharpen this blade a little bit. Put a little oil on there. So if this edge isn't pristine and sharp, then you'll have trouble cutting when it goes to spin against the blade. So we're gonna take this here, we're just gonna do small circles, kind of put more pressure when you pull back. And you should be able to see that'll clean up. And that'll, Archie, stop. That'll get that nice and sharp. So yeah, that shined them up pretty good. So that'll make it nice and good there. So, all right, let's get this thing together. This is one that, this grinder's one that my dad and I bought together. And my grandfather taught him how to do bologna. And my dad taught me. And now I'm trying to teach you guys a little. So next your cutting spider, if you will, goes in there. And then your disc. And it's got a little lip there, so you gotta find that cutout. And then do your cutout. All right, another thing you want to check out is your oil level. Okay guys, we got these two totes. Some older stuff I need to get ground up, but then over here we have the 2 pork butts that I got cut up yet, and we have this sink full of venison, and I've got this venison here that I need to get ground up. And then in the refrigerator, we've got 10 pounds of beef we're gonna put in it. And we got 4 packs of habaneros, along with honey. Some goldenrod honey from a local guy, Draper's Bee Company. They got some of the best honey around. So that's where we're at, guys. It's gonna be a long night, like I said. House is a mess, but you know, it's sausage time, and there's nothing you can do about that. So let's get to it, right? All right, so we're into the pork butt now. This gives it a nice fatty, helps it bind together. Because venison's relatively dry. Some people use bacon ends. I just pork fat, get a pig butchered. I just buy pork butts. Seems to work okay for me, but it's a little frozen still. This is a tad bit dangerous, but we'll get her. Just gotta get her cut up enough to be able to grind it. I can't remember how that bone is in there. I didn't plan on doing sausage this weekend. Or, I mean, I didn't plan on coyote hunting this weekend. So, Saturday I was planning on, you know, doing this work. Today's Wednesday, the, oh, I don't know, 20-something? 21st. So, I was gonna have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to finish it up, clean up. And my buddy called and said, yeah, let's do that coyote hunt. All right, let's do her. All right, I might have to make some soup or something out of this. But in any case, we got the majority of it there for now. We'll let this defrost a little bit, and then we'll get the rest of it. So here's a pork butt. I can't remember the name of that bone right there, but it's this hip bone, I believe. So usually you just cut down to that, and then you can just go right up the side of that bone, peel that off, and then do the same on the other side. But because it's froze, it's making it a little difficult. Yeah, you can see right there, a piece of the bone. You should be able to go right across like that. But it's fussing with me because it's froze. But we're getting there. There's one piece. Always helps to have a really good sharp knife. Good buddy of mine, Jason, gave me this knife. Works pretty well. Yeah, let's get this cut up and we'll get to it. Okay, here we go, guys. We got the pork butts now. I didn't weigh it yet, but I will here in a little bit after I grind it. Too much in there. I'm gonna decide what we're gonna make and how we're gonna make it. Let's get this ground up. Alright guys, so this is what I got. I got 16 pounds of pork in this batch. I got 36 pounds of venison, which I'm going to mix with this 16 pounds of pork, and 6 pounds of beef. This is pork, 10, 20, 40, and 60 pounds. 30% pork, 60% venison, 10% beef. 10-pound recipe, 3 pounds of pork, 6 pounds of venison, 1 pound of beef. You factor that in to 60 pounds. We need 18 pounds of pork, 36 pounds of venison, and 6 pounds of beef, and 5 pounds of cheddar cheese to make 60 pounds of Bologna. Now, I've got a half gallon of honey. I've got the habaneros. I was gonna put raspberries in it this year, but I just run out of fundage to do that. So we have this 25 pounds and nothing to do with it at this point until I go buy more pork, which I need 2 more pounds of pork to do this 60-pound recipe. I was hoping to get this double ground tonight, and I may start working on it and get it double ground, and then tomorrow I can mix, and then let it sit overnight and then stuff it tomorrow and hopefully smoke on Friday. It's a little aggressive, definitely aggressive, because I don't have my smoker ready yet. I still need to do a bunch of work on my smoker. Not a bunch, but I got to do some. I got to build it up, put some blocks underneath it, and put a screen floor into it. But yeah, I mean, this is, again, yeah, it's a lot of work, and I know that going into this, but you know, it is what it is. And we're gonna probably get 2 more pounds of pork and grind that up tomorrow, and I'll take this 25 pounds and I'll refreeze it and make something else with it. But I definitely need to go buy more pork. I bought 10 pounds of beef, so I got 4 more pounds of beef than I needed. But I don't know, I always put pork and beef into it. Just the beef kind of gives it that, takes away a little bit of the gaminess, and the pork gives it the fat. So that's what we're working with, guys. There's our 60-pound recipe. We only needed 36 pounds of venison, so therefore, unless it's a giant buck to make sausage, I really only need to shoot 1 deer, and that's going to be the goal, I guess. But yeah, there we have it, guys. Thanks for tagging along on the grinding escapade, and till further ado, I'm probably going to do a couple series of these. I'm going to do you know, the grind, and then the mixing, and then a regrind, and then the stuffing day, which, to do it all yourself, I mean, it's a ton of work, but that's what we're working with for now, guys. Stay tuned for the next episode, where we get our hands dirty and get into it a little more, and get all that mixing and stuff done. And if you like the content, smash that subscribe button, like and comment, and I'll get back to you guys as soon as I can. But I bet you'll be able to smell this when it's smoking. It's gonna be good. I was learned from my grandfather to my dad to me, and so I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna make them guys proud. Thanks for watching, guys. Batch number 3. And this one goes. Alright. We're getting a tub full now, guys. Yeah. We're getting a tub full. Sweet.